back, my friends. Today we're going to talk about a great classic folk blues tune, My Creole Belle, by the astounding Mississippi John Hurt. Now this is a great tune for a beginner fingerstyle player and even an advanced player to throw it into your repertoire. The reason is because the harmony is very simple, the chord forms are very basic, and you can put this together pretty quickly in a nice practice session. So let's take this apart in sections. We'll look at the basic chords of the tune, and then we'll look at the form, which is a very simple 8-bar form, and then we're going to look at some fingerstyle techniques to get us through and make this a perfect little tune for our repertoire. This tune is 3 chords, okay? So we're going to use the basic good old-fashioned C chord, okay, which many of you know. And now we're going to use the F chord, but instead of doing that F chord that no one can ever play, right? Or bar, some people will do it with a bar, but we're going to do it a little differently. We're going to take that C, we're going to take the 3 and the 2 finger, okay? And we're going to use those as our guides and just bring them down. Don't move them at all. Just bring them down in the same position and put them in the 2nd string, 1st fret, and the 3rd string, 2nd fret, okay? So we're going to go from a C and an E, and we're going to bring them down and play an A and a C, okay? And then when we do that, we're going to take the 1st finger and put that right at the top on the F. Now, some people will do this with the thumb. I like to just use my fingers and do it like this. So we've got C, and then we've got F, okay? Now when we play the G, we could just slide that whole thing up 2 frets to the 3rd fret to play the G, or we could play the traditional G like this, okay, with the 3, 2, and the 4. Okay, and that's what you need for chords. So you've got C, you've got F, you've got G, and you've got C. Not too bad. Now, let's look at the form of the tune. And this is a nice thing to do as a beginner, just to get your fingers used to the strings they're going to play when you do start doing fingerstyle, right? They will be playing basically those strings, okay? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, 2 on C, My Creole Belle. Now we're on F for 2. I love her well. Back to C for 2. 4, 1, my darling baby. Off to G for 2, My Creole Belle. Back to C for 2. And then we're into the next verse and we're going to F again, okay? So that's basically the form with the chords. Now let's take a look at some basic finger styles that you can use to get through this tune. We'll look at the basic form you can use, which is going to be something like this. We're going to play a C on the 1st beat, okay? Again, we're playing a C chord. We're going to play a C on the 5th string with the thumb. We're going to play thumb, and then we're going to play thumb on the 4th string with the 2nd finger. And actually, I'm going to show you this finger style only using the 2nd finger on the 2nd string, just to get you comfortable with the whole feel and style of the tune. So we're going to play, our bass is going to go like this, okay? And this is kind of tricky for a beginner, but we're going to play C, E, and then a G, E, okay? So that's the root, the 3rd, and then the 5th and the 3rd for you harmony types. So we're going to play 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And now, with the 2nd finger playing some melody, if you will, we're going to play thumb by itself, then thumb and 2nd string, 2nd finger, sorry. So we're going to play 1, 2, and then we're going to go back to the G, and we're going to play the 2 on the and, so it's going to be 3 and 4 and, okay? So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4 and. Again, I'm just using the 2nd finger to get you comfortable here. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4 and, okay? Let me do that again. Thumb, 2, 3, and 4 and. Notice that the bass stays very steady, all quarter notes. Okay, there's no syncopation on the thumb. The syncopation comes from the melody note coming in on the and beats. And basically that's all we're doing. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay? Now when we go to the F chord, we're going to be playing the F, and we're going to be playing the same finger style. Now when we go to the F, we're going to be playing the same. Now when we go to the F, we're going to be playing the same finger style, but we're going to be only going with the root, the F, and we're going to play the 4th string. Now I'm actually playing F and D, and again we're using that 2nd string, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay, so this actually is easier. On the C we were going bum, 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 bum. We were rotating the bass, right? But on the F, we're just going to go 6, 4, 6, 4. Now, you will see, if you listen to the recording exactly, he's not playing a D on that bass. He's doing either an octave or a 5th, and maybe swapping around and altering. I mean, a lot of this stuff was not cut in stone, right? So you could do the full F bar if you want, and play the F with the F octave on the 4th string. Again, we're still playing 6 and 4, right? So you could play it like this. Okay, we're still, again, playing the 2nd finger there, but it's an F bar chord, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2. So you can take your pick. I actually liked having that D, or the 6th. I actually think that sounds pretty cool. But you can make your own decision. If you want to play the full bar, you can. But so here's the difference between the two, right? So we've got C, da, da, and then we play the full bar. Okay, and that sounds great. I think that's actually how he did it. But I'm going to do it like this. Da, 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 da. And I think it sounds pretty good, and it's easier to play, actually. At least I think so, but maybe you'll disagree. Doesn't matter. Either way, C to F, right? And now when we come back to C again, we're going to be playing the same finger style that we talked about. And then when we go to G, we're going to again be playing 6, 4, okay? Again, just playing the 2nd finger, and then back to C. So you see the basic pattern of this finger style. You could do just this and go through the whole tune and it would sound fine. Let me just give you a little sample. So it's going to be, my Creole Belle, I love her well, my darling baby, my Creole Belle. Okay, so you get the idea. Now here's some additional things you can do to kind of spice it up, give it a little more of that Mississippi John Hurt feel, okay? So once you get that basic finger style down, there's a lot of things you can do. You can try adding in the 1st finger with the 2nd finger. So you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and, okay, to get more of a chord. If you don't like that, you could try breaking it up a little bit. So you've got 1, 2, like we did before, but now coming back you're going to go thumb 2 and then thumb 1, and you could do something like that. Okay, so completely up to you. I mean, there's so many different avenues you could take here. I did want to show you 2 additional things that give it a little extra flavor. So when we're playing my Creole Belle, I love her well. Okay, now instead of just going to the G, my Creole Belle, I love her well, my darling baby. Did you see what I did there? So I went, my darling baby. I kind of rolled it around there. So we got C, and then instead of going to the G, we're going to go C, and then put a C7 in there, put the little finger in, a little triangle, and we're going to go thumb 1, thumb 2. So we're mixing that up a little bit on the last C chord there. My darling baby, my Creole Belle. Okay? The other thing that he does quite a bit is he does a little bit of bass movement on the G chord. Hey, my Creole Belle. So we're on the C, and then on the 3 and 4, 3 and 4 and 1, and that brings us into the next verse. Okay, kind of breaks things up a little bit. So he's doing that with a little G shuffle. So we've got my Creole baby, my Creole Belle. And then we're back into it, okay? So those are a couple of additional tricks you can do. It's a great tune. You can do more with this tune, of course. If you listen to the recording, see some of the other things he's doing. He is adding a lot of melody notes in. And again, when we add the melody notes in, we are going from the chord forms, right? So when we play that C chord, we're going to we can pick out the melody. Da 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 da. So what we're doing there, we're still playing the same chords, and again, this is where that F form that I showed you is going to be very helpful, because when we play that melody note, we're playing the C there, da, and then we reach out with the pinky for the D, and now we don't have to do anything because that E was open, right? So it's da da da. So we're playing da da da. So now you see when you add some melody notes, the bass continues to stay steady. Nothing changes on the bass. You will alter the rhythm a little bit on the melody. So we're going to play the C chord, right? We were playing this, right? 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1. But now when the melody comes in, we're going to play 1, 2, and that C is the melody, so nothing changes there. 1, 2, and now we're going to use the pinky to play the D, but now we're playing straight quarters, right? There's no more eighth notes, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And the bass stays the same, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the F, when we play the F, we will use the first finger because there's an A there. Da, 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 da. Okay? Da, da, da. So adding melody notes means using more of your fingers down here. Da, 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 and just go slowly. Once you know where the melody notes are, you work them from the chord forms. Da, 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 da. Again, the G is right there on the third finger, first string, right? Third fret. Da, 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 da. All from the G form. Da, da, F, right? That's a G chord with the F. And then open E, and then a D. Little finger playing the D, and then back to C. Da, 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 da. Okay? So adding in melody notes gets tricky, but remember the bass stays the same. So when you get the whole thing together, you'll have something that sounds kind of like this. My Creole Belle, I love her well. My darling baby, my Creole Belle. When the stars are shining, I call her mine. My darling baby, my Creole Belle. something like that, my friends. I hope that helps you out, gives you a little introduction into the fingerstyle technique, a little beginner path to get started. Remember to subscribe to the channel, my friends. More stuff coming. Any recommendations, requests, just send them forth. And I'm here to play the guitar and enjoy playing and sharing with you. So until next time, keep on playing that guitar.